All right, welcome to 2020, hockey fans in the Desert Southwest, and why not kick off 2020 with UNLV hockey right here at the Orleans Arena? Anthony Vignieri Greener's with me. What do I say, man? What a venue, right?
It's an unbelievable spot. Like you said earlier, we were talking, hopefully one day this could be our home for a lot more games.
Goodness gracious, I mean, it's just a lot of fun. I watch you guys practice for an hour and a half plus a couple of minutes, so it's not the guys getting a little itchy to want to get out there and zam the ice, but you don't want to give up an ice surface like this when you're on there, do you?
No, the facility is nice. They have a training room. The boys were in here early, got a good stretch in workout this morning, and then right to the ice.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit. You did not play the first half of the season where you wanted to. You started well, you just didn't finish well.
Right.
I know you want bigger, better things the second half of the season. Tell me what you've done differently and what you expect things to be like in 2020.
Well, we have a huge opportunity as a group, staff. That was one of our messages yesterday, was opportunities against us. Everybody's counted us out. Obviously, we had a great start, not the finish we wanted. The positive to the thing, I like to take positives out of everything. The positives were we were competing every game. If not, we were winning every game. It was 3-2 or 6-5. It's not like we were blowing out of games. So there's a lot of positive in the room. So a few things we lacked, and we added 2 new goalies at break and another D-man at break. So those are things that I think and Nick thinks that will help us get to that next step that we want to be at.
Okay, the goalies are essential, right? That's where you want to build your team from. I watched a little bit of practice today. The one that stood out to me was the one against your opponent coming up. How unique is that? You get a kid from Jamestown and you're facing Jamestown tomorrow night. Yeah,
it was like junior hockey. You know, you get a trade and he's playing against his other team. If he gets to start, it would be a good story for him. I know he's had a rough ride where he was at Nichols, Division III. He was behind a good goalie. He was in Jamestown. He was behind a good goalie. So if he comes here and earns his spot, maybe he can be our guy.
It's very good. Who else you got joining you? You got
Bryce, another goalie.
Okay.
He played in the NA for a year, took a year off, did some stuff injury-wise, and then wanted to get back in hockey. He's been playing juniors for the first semester, and then we got him come at break. And then we added a D-man from Chattanham University, another Division III school, Liam. He comes on and joins with us here at break.
What's going on with Division III and ACHA D1? The ACHA D1 is starting to take over a little bit, aren't they? It's like people want to play because the caliber of play is so good.
Yeah, I recruit a kid. I think the hockey is very compatible, obviously, from the top-end teams. Obviously, there's some Division III schools that are way, extremely better than others. But for the most part, if you take a top-end Division I ACHA team, they're going to compete with most Division III NCAA teams. So, and then it comes to where you want to play. Do you want to live in the Midwest and bus and go on these road trips where it's -20, or you can come to a place like UNLV or anywhere you want to go. You can go to ASU, you can go to U of A. These are all schools out west that the hockey is just as good,
right?
But then there's more of a college life outside of it, and they get to experience everything, and that's something we sell. Vegas is so much more than just the Strip.
Right.
We have a great hockey team. The school is great. We can golf year round. We can snowboard. There are lakes right down the road, so it's easy selling points for us.
Okay, so this is a huge week for your program on the ice. Obviously, you want to start accumulating wins and points and move up the rankings, but you got Jamestown here tomorrow night at the Orleans, then you get a day off, and you got Jamestown again on Monday night here at the Orleans. And then tell us about the rest of the week.
We had a busy week, so after Jamestown, we get a day off, and then Wade and Minot get right in here. We play Wade Friday night. We play Danny's team, GCU, on Friday. No, Thursday.
Thursday for Minot, right?
Yeah, Thursday.
And then Friday for GCU.
GCU, and then we have a day off, and they'll play each other in a little mini tournament that we have here, and then we're going to play Minot Sunday at 12 p.m.
Okay. So the Rebel Classics changed just a little bit. No Oklahoma, correct?
No Oklahoma. They unfortunately had to back out at the last second. So we had to add a team, and it works out perfect because Danny's team's on the rise. It's a competitive hockey team, and it should be fun next weekend. But it's a busy 10 days for us.
Right.
5 games in 10 nights.
So ACHA hockey is obviously rising here in the Desert Southwest. You and I have talked about it for the last 4 years, about the growth and how things are changing. Now you're starting to see some NCAA push. I think it's no secret out there that Vegas would like to host a Frozen Four at some point in time, and this may be the dress rehearsal just down the street at the Fortress, the Fortress Invitational. What's your thought on having NCAA big-time teams coming in here?
I honestly, I don't think it's that far down the road.
Yeah.
The facilities and the venues, they have them.
Yep.
The lodging, the entertainment, for people to come in, see hockey. It wouldn't just be fly in, watch a hockey game. They would come in a couple days early, see a show, nice places to stay. So I honestly think it's not that far away.
And it doesn't hurt to have the Golden Knights step up and get behind it a little bit more, to put some oomph and drive into it. And when you bring in 4 of the top 20 teams in NCAA hockey, and then you include Arizona State and Michigan Tech playing down 4 hours, 5 hours down the road in Tempe, all in one weekend. I mean, you got, what's that, 6 of the top 20 teams in the country right here?
Yeah, and like you said, it's a 5-hour drive for 6 teams. So to have that amount of talent in an area like this is unbelievable. But I really would like to see them do the Frozen Four here. And like you said, with the Knights, they're getting more behind college hockey. They pushed it really hard. Mm-hmm. They've been selling tickets like crazy for this weekend. So it's awesome to see for the hockey world.
All right. Anything new and exciting besides the new guys on the roster? Anything you want to do differently? Or what's your goal, I should say, from this point? How far do you want to move up in those standings? Or how far do you feel you can move up in the standings?
Right now, the message to the boys is just take it one period at a time. We just win a period, we're going to win a game, and we'll worry about the rankings, that is. I want to get back to what we're doing in the first half of the season, or the first half of the first semester. Just use our speed and tempo. The things we do need to work on, we need to get tougher. We're too weak, with the smaller kids, but we still can be tough and gritty. And then limit our neutral zone turnovers and capitalize on our scoring chances. And I think this group has a great core group of guys, great leadership core, and I honestly I'm really positive about this second semester. There's no worries in my game and in the coach's room between Nick and I. There's just no worries. I know we'll rebound.
All right. As soon as we get Z back from his little European vacation, you guys will be ready to roll.
Yeah, yeah. Good for him.
All right, guys. Thanks, Anthony, for stepping in as always, and good luck this week. It's a big week for you.
I appreciate it. Thanks for coming down.
Welcome back in, hockey fans in the Desert Southwest. It's a Rebel hockey practice complete. Yep. It's the start of 2020. I brought in a Vegas native. I'm just going to say it's Moose, right? Because everybody knows you by Moose. Tell me a little bit about here at the Orleans, right? You grew up in Vegas. You know a little bit about the Orleans. You know a little bit about the city.
Yeah, it brings back memories.
Yeah.
Coming here to Wranglers games when I was a kid, coming and just cheering them on, and going to the midnight game, staying up late to go to that, and going home. And, it's special playing here. I know we skated here last year, but being able to play here this year and hopefully draw a good crowd and be something special that, I'll remember forever.
Okay, I joked with your coach because I said anytime you get a new ice surface, the scheduled time goes out the window. You guys went the full hour and a half plus a couple minutes. I know they're waiting to get the Zam on the ice and get your opponent out there to practice, but when you get into an ice surface like this, it's kind of fun just to hang out for a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah, you go out there and it's a big ball arena and it's kind of something we're not used to, so you just take it in and enjoy the moment.
All right, so you've had a chance to play. You told me you saw some Wranglers games. The Golden Knights are here, obviously. You guys have a beautiful practice facility and a game facility at City National. Is this what UNLV needs to finally get to that next level, the NCAA level? Do they need a building like this where you can bring in more people and sell more tickets?
I think it's definitely a big stepping stone for that process. If it's next year, the year after that, whatever it may be, I think it's just going to be, it'll only help, not hurt them at all. Because, we see City Nationals full every weekend for games, so,
right.
You don't know how many people you can bring into this arena that holds 7,000.
Yeah. Well, a year ago we saw North Dakota, Minnesota play a game out here, and they packed the place.
Yeah.
So NCAA hockey is there. As you're playing this weekend, you also got an NCAA event. I was just talking to your coach about that as well. 4 teams in the top 20 right here at the Fortress Invitational. You go down 6 hours down the road to Phoenix. You got ASU and Michigan Tech playing. So actually 6 teams in the top 20 of NCAA hockey within 6 hours of Vegas. You ever think that was going to happen when you were growing up?
No. I mean, I think it's good though. It's exposing everyone to college hockey out here, not just the club teams, but actual NCAA teams, and to see what the hockey's like. I think if people get behind that and support, that'd be huge for not only UNLV but hockey in the Southwest and the West Coast.
4 years ago, I sat very close to this arena and talked with some guys that were doing a fundraiser or a fund drive for season tickets for the Golden Knights. Then all of a sudden, the Golden Knights come on board. We saw what happened with that team. We saw what happened with the fan support. We've seen your growth in fan support. When you were growing up, did you ever think that was even a remote possibility if that might happen in Vegas?
It was a dream.
Yeah.
But growing up, you come to the Wranglers games and you see the support that they have, and you're like,
Right.
all right, it could happen one day, and that day rolls around, and you're like, all right, we'll see if it happens now, and lo and behold, it happened. So it's special. Growing up, seeing how the community transitioned from not knowing what hockey was, and then again the Wranglers, the Thunder to start out,
Right.
and then the Wranglers,
yeah.
And then they announced the NHL team, and they do the season ticket drive and see how many they can sell, and they sell 10,000 the first 2 days, whatever it was. And it's cool to watch that all happen, and then to go to T-Mobile nowadays and see 18,500 people there cheering on the Knights.
And it's 18,500 people in there, but man, the fan base is spread out a lot more than that. There's people that want to get into games that can't get into games. There's people watching on TV. It's spread throughout, the West, basically. How important is the success of the Golden Knights to UNLV hockey? Are the two tied together?
I think so. I mean, they made a bunch of hockey fans that weren't hockey fans, Golden Knights,
Right.
and then
Yep.
we go out to the games and market for ourselves, and like, oh, we didn't know UNLV had a hockey team, so we just get more fans from them having fans, and like you said, the success with them, it's unparamount what they did and how they did it. So I think it just for the whole community in Vegas, and not only hockey but everyone, it really helped out.
Okay, let's wrap it up by talking a little bit about what you guys do, not only as student athletes, but you're going out and seeing the youth. You're doing some youth stuff, putting on the jerseys and going to outdoor rinks, and you're in Summerlin, right? So tell me a little bit about what that means to grow in the program from the youth level.
You see the kids at all the games, and they all want fist bumps and
Right.
broken sticks and stuff. But to go out there and actually interact with them and do stuff with them, introduce them to skating or hockey, whatever it may be. And there's the next generation of hockey players. You're trying to bring them up and tell them you don't have to leave to go play somewhere else. You can stay here and play and go to UNLV.
All right, final one for you is, what do you guys have to do to get back to Dallas? You have to get up in the ranking, we know that. I'm sure it starts for you guys tomorrow night, right?
Yeah.
You're taking it one game at a time, but you know what you have to do. As a leader in this locker room, what do you have to do, or do you have to do anything? Or do people just know what's going on?
We just got to keep it simple. I think sometimes you try to overcomplicate things, and keep it simple, stay disciplined, and go one shift at a time, not worry about what's going to happen next period or the period after that. Just take it one shift, go win your shift, and then the next people win their shift, and the next guys win their shift. And if we do that and we battle like we can, I think we'll come out and be successful.
All right, it wouldn't be hockey in Las Vegas without UNLV hockey. And Moose, I appreciate you joining me. That's affectionate, right? I mean, I definitely appreciate having you in every time we're here, because there's no way to get a better feel for Vegas hockey than talking to a Vegas kid.
I appreciate having me.
Thanks for the time.
Thank you.